Welcome back to the channel. It's 36 COF, your number one funk here, and today I got One Piece chapter 1014 to review. Now before we go into it, first time viewers and first time subscribers, I'd like you to drop a like and drop a comment down below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. It really helps out with the channel. But without no further ado, let's get into One Piece. And it opens off on the top of Onigahsima, and we see Kaido, and he's talking to he's talking to himself, or he's talking out loud, and he's saying that Luffy infused his conqueror's haki into himself, but using his devil fruit, but it wasn't enough. Now maybe we potentially saw Luffy show off a new gear or use gear 4 using, who knows, because we don't actually get to see what Luffy did itself. But nonetheless, Kaido is on his own, and he mentions that, so it seems that Luffy couldn't be Joy Boy either. Who knows what that means, guys? You comment down below and tell me what you think. But my theory is that he's referring to Roger and potentially Rox. Maybe Rox and Roger both thought they were going to be Joy Boy, and Roger, once he got to the last island, realized that's not the case. I'm not Joy Boy. Joy Boy is coming in the future. So maybe now, because Kaido believes he's killed Luffy, Luffy can't be Joy Boy. Maybe it's supposed to be a Momonosuke the whole time. You guys tell me down below what you think. But as Kaido's thinking this and talking to himself, he gets a transmission from Hao Bong, and she's his, I believe, his secretary and in charge of the surveillance system among Onigahsima and the pirates. See, now she tells him they've located Momonosuke. They found Momo. Now Kaido tells her to announce the results of what's happened with Luffy to everyone. And we go to the next page, pages 4 and 5, and we see Yamato, Shinobu, and Momo. Now Momo, he's reading his father's logbook, and he says it seems that I can't die either. Now Shinobu asks what he means by that, but before he even gets to respond, he seems to start suffering from these like migraines or headaches. Now I believe this is his voice of all things being connected with Luffy and realizing what's happening to Luffy, and that Luffy is in mortal danger right now. I mean, you guys comment down below and tell me what you think. Now we see my boy I gotta get him more over here, guys. This guy right here is fucking suplexes queen. I'm just gonna rest him there. But fuck it, Chopper, my boy Chopper, he suplexes queen by his long ass Brachiosaurus neck. Yeah, suplexes him to the ground, and this is on the performance hall in the Skull Dome. Now before I continue, I do want to say that Yamato was doing his hair thing and causing a distraction, thinking people have Momonosuke, but like I said, Hao Bong has already realized where Momonosuke is due to the surveillance systems. Now back to my boy Chopper, because this part we do get to see a lot more about Chopper, and I may have to just I'm gonna keep him here. He'll be here throughout the next few panels, because Chopper, he's still fighting Queen, and Chopper, respect for you, bro. Respect for you. You're doing good. You're holding in there, bro. But like Queen has the ancient zone, and Queen is the third strongest after Yamato and King, possibly. So he's got insane durability itself. Now Chopper has good durability, but not compared to an ancient zone. And we see a flashback of when Caesar is on the crew with him, and he mentions that his rumble balls are sloppy work, and that if you get these chemicals, I can add to the strength of your gigantification and add to the time limit. Now Chopper does seem to take this on board, because after all, he's realizing that like what he needs to, his rumble balls are good, they're good, but he's going up against Yonkos now. He's going up against, maybe not directly, but his captain, his crew, they'll be fighting Yonko crew, so he needs to up his game. Now, we don't know what the side effects are going to be of this because we don't see Chopper take it in this chapter, so who knows. You guys comment down below and tell me what you think. Do you think do you think it will be an awakening? Will it be some sort of forced awakening? And I can't forget to mention, we see Pero Sparrow. We see Pero Sparrow here, and it seems like he's getting ready to shoot some arrows. He's got some arrows on the balcony and he's ready to fire them off. But just at that time, the Marys Hong Bao start her transmission throughout the whole of Onigahsima. But Queen as well. But just before I talk about that, Queen's let off some giant fucking laser beam called Black Coffee Beam cannon, called Black Coffee Beam at Chopper, and Chopper's just managed to dodge it. But like I said, the transmission, and it reads, the announcement to all of Onigahshima's fight is over. The highest bounty on the enemy side, Strawhat Luffy, has been defeated. Now we see everyone's reactions. Now Chopper, Chopper gets attacked by Queen. He uses his extendo neck and just like chomps down on Chopper. We see Marco's reaction, but we don't see what he's actually doing. I think he's just mid-flight. We see Frankie in the Shogun, and he's obviously in shock right now. Jinbei going up against Who's Who, and even Who's Who has a reaction of like, ha, good news. Now you guys comment down below and tell me if you think Luffy is actually has actually sunk to the bottom of the ocean, or has someone saved him off panel. But the transmission goes on to say, and now that Straw Hat Luffy sinks to the bottom of the Dark Cold Sea, the Kozuki Samurai and Pirate Captain have both fallen. Who will be next? Can anyone else win? Master Kaido will descend and begin to clean up the stragglers. Like, you guys, oh my god, I've already read this chapter, but just rereading it now, it just gives me goosebumps of what's to come. But like I said, the transmission still proceeds, but heed closely, for Master Kaido will allow you to surrender. Only those who raise their arms in surrender will in compliance. And then we see Usopp and Nami, their reaction. Thomas there, she's crying. We see Big Mom, and she tells Kid, do you hear that? Was laughing, mocking him, but Kid, he doesn't care. He says, I don't care about that idiot. Law looks a bit worried. And we see Nico, Robin, and my boy Brooke, best hair in the series, and also Sanji and Zoro. Now Sanji and Zoro's reaction is more, and they both shout, screw that, or we can safely assume that's everyone else's reactions in the Straw Hats. Now we go to the passage to the first floor of the crawl space. Now this is where Momo is hiding. Yo guys, next page we see the dickhead. We see this dickhead Orochi, Kanjuro, and he, like I said, he's in the crawl space, so he's realized where Momo is hiding, and he's about to make his entrance. But before that, we see Kinemon and Kiku. They've managed to rendezvous with Shinobu, but they're trying to console Momo, because Momo's obviously in a lot of pain right now, due to, like, my theory is that it's the voice of all things, and he's just in a lot of pain, just like with what happened with Zanisha when Zanisha was in pain, being attacked. And Shinobu has noticed one of the Marys, one of the little surveillance toads, and now she's realized that, oh, if that toad's there, they've realized they know our location. Now just at that time, Lord Odin appears, and Shinobu notices, because Lord Odin waves and says, hey Momonosuke, Now we all know Odin's dead, and Shinobu says no, it can't be, and Odin says, and you too, Shinobu, it's good to see you too, not again. And poor Momo, he actually believes it. Poor Momo, no Momo, it's not Momo. But Kiku charges straight towards Kanjuro, because we know it's Kanjuro. I can't fucking pretend anymore. It's fucking Kanjuro, guys. She charges at him, screaming it's not him. And yeah, I guess this is the first time Shinobu has seen Kanjuro's abilities like in this way, like using it to disguise himself as Lord Odin. So she's in shock as well. But Kiku charges toward Kanjuro, and she says, not once but twice you show us these mocking lies. And you know, Kanjuro's still going on with the portrayal because he's an actor after all, guys. And he says, what do you mean, Kiku? Why are you so angry? It's me. Come on. Now Kiku, like I said, she's still got going toward him, but we're seeing her thoughts, and she says, after what you did to Ashura, I don't blame you for going soft. He was our friend. And again, he's still playing into it. Kanjuro's still playing into it. Stop, Kiku, what are you doing? And Kiku responds, don't use his body to call my name. And again, he's still with the mind games. Is this some kind of joke, Kiku? I'm the one who took you and Izo in. And at that moment, she has a flashback of them when they were younger. And in that moment, she hesitates, and Kanjuro takes the opportunity and just runs her straight through. And he says, could you really cut me down? And Kiku admits that no, she cannot. She, as strong as she is as a warrior, she couldn't cut down the visage of her former master and her lord. And Kanjuro knew that, which why I said he's one sick fucker. I'd argue in some ways worse than Orochi, but you guys tell me down below how you feel. Now Kanjuro changes back to his normal form, and he says, it's only fair the wound you gave me will prove fatal, Kiku. And as she drops to the ground, Kinemon runs and catches her. And this is heartbreaking, because I guess this really means that Kiku is gonna die. She says, this one has failed, but if the fallen snow is melting, then surely the hour of the dawn is close at hand. And she's admitting that because I failed, but maybe it means that my sacrifice will help bring in the new dawn. I mean, if you guys have a better interpretation, you tell me down below. If I'm wrong, you comment down below. If I'm right, you comment down below. You hit a like, you subscribe. You know the deal, guys. Now Kinemon doesn't waste an opportunity now. I mean, Kiku is passing away in front of his eyes, and Kanjuro goes to strike him, but Kinemon, he's too fast, and he reacts and just slices Kanjuro, and just at that moment, and takes him out. He kills Kanjuro. He should do. I mean, this is a war, so I'm expecting death, and it's sad to see Kiku go, because I hope that she's actually dead, because for the story, it's really putting the whole raid into perspective now, I guess. I mean, there've been some other deaths leading up, like Yasue. Forgive me about my pronunciation. But Kinemon uses his foxfire, because we see flames and an explosion after. So Kinemon uses like a foxfire slash on Kanjuro and set him ablaze, which looks absolutely amazing, by the way, I have to say. And but Kanjuro says before, after all, that's it ought to be you. After all, on stage we were best friends. Now this goes back to Kanjuro being an actor and portraying a role. Now, you guys comment down below how you feel about Kanjuro's death. I like it. I feel it's very thematic. I like the fact that even in his last moment, he managed to take out Kiku, or at least severely hurt her. But I do believe that Kiku is dead or should die. You guys comment down below and tell me how you think. I mean, me, I'm a big Berserk fan, so I'm used to a lot of death in my story. But the final page, guys. The final page, just when we see Kiku die, Kanjuro, Kaido comes out of nowhere. Kaido jumps down, and he's staring down Momonosuke, Shinobu, and Kinemon, and obviously Momo's still in tears. The fact that he's seen both Kanjuro, someone who he saw as a friend and an ally for so many years, and Kiku both die in front of him. Now he sees this, and as Shinobu, now I say Shinobu, my man Kinemon, straight away he tells Shinobu to take Momonosuke and flee. And just as Kaido is raising his Konombo above, Kinemon charges in front to block the attack with two of his swords. And that's the end of, and Kaido strikes down with a Conqueror's Haki infused attack straight down on Kinemon, and it hits, and we know how big Kaido's Konombo is. And do you think Kinemon's dead? You guys comment down below, because that's the last page of the chapter, and all we see is Momo's reaction, tears pouring down his eyes as Shinobu is carrying him away, and he screams Kinemon. And just then Onigahsima reaches mainland Wano. Now, like I said, that's the end of the chapter, guys. But you guys comment down below and tell me what you think. Do you think Luffy has managed to just fall close enough into the sea where he'll be washed ashore? Do you think he's managed to land perhaps on some sort of boat or vessel that happened to be out in the sea at the time? Do you think, how do you think Luffy's doing right now? That's what I want to know. Tell me what you guys think. But I'm 36 COF. That's my One Piece chapter 1014 review. Take care, guys, and God bless. Oh, and keep it funky. That's what I like to say. Keep it funky, guys.